Hi everyone, it is Marie here from Skeins. It's been a wee while. I didn't come to you last week. I spent some time away in Auckland up at a marketing and trends conference of all things. Why would I go and do such a thing? Well, those are the sorts of things that actually help me get stuff out to you more effectively and find out what it is that might be hot and happening, and just interesting stuff really. And it was quite fascinating. The chap who was one of the keynote speakers up there was a trend expert in media, and it was really quite amazing and fascinating to see where they see media going out in the future, and particularly in the next few years, and how quickly things are changing. So that's what I was up to last week, so hence the reason for no Thursday video. But I thought I would come to you today because I've got plenty going on today, and I feel really bad because there have been so many awesome Hot 100 posts popped up over on the Speakeasy that I feel that we need to definitely get some things rewarded. So the first thing, the very first thing I did this morning is I went through and picked out on the random generator some winners for the Skeins Speakeasy Hot 100 just for this week, and that I will actually tell you what they're winning first. I spoke to the lovely Amy Vanderlaar, who is from Baroque Pearls, and if you've not seen any of Amy's work, I mentioned her at the beginning of the month, but she's got loads of really beautiful patterns, and many of them that take 100 grams or less of yarn. And just what I love about her designs, and a lot of designers that I enjoy, is that they have really beautiful, simple designs that look vastly more difficult than what they actually are. So they have that real wow factor, but without being too intimidating and scary to knit yourselves. And Amy's been a huge supporter of our yarns over the years, having patterns like the Drist hat, which is in silver lining, and she's also done paper planes and paper crowned hats in Urban back in the day, and they're just absolutely adorable. Yes, Rachel's saying she loves Amy's patterns too, and they're just wonderful. And the whole beeswax collection has been one of my absolute favourites, which she designed rather a few years back. And I have shown this hat before, which is my beeswax hat, which I absolutely love. And so the winners of those prize packs are receiving this, which is our Albertine Midnight Sun, and they're also getting from Amy, she has provided from a beeswax hat and a beeswax mitts pattern, which is just wonderful if you're wanting to get something knitted for yourselves, or absolutely perfect if you're wanting to get something knitted for up as gifts. So there are 4 balls of this Albertine Sun, which is going together with those patterns. And the people who have won those are Karen Walker, Denise Flaherty, and Jean Guthrie have been the winners this week. So congratulations, and make sure you keep posting because it's all done on random. So the more you post, the more chances that you have to win. In fact, I think it was Denise. I'm surprised that she... not surprised at all that she popped up. She has been so busy over on Speakeasy, and do check out Denise's posts actually if you've got some of the loyal prints, because I know Denise has bought a number of those prints and she has been systematically knitting those up, and loads of stunning gorgeous little baby cardigans and baby hats, and it's a really good way to see how those prints come up and knit out when they're all finished, because some are striped and some are sort of staccato faux feral type patterning. So if you're in the Speakeasy and you don't know how to do that, if you just put into the search bar, there is actually a search bar there on the group, if you just pop in her name and have a look at everything she's been posting this month in Hot 100, and it is definitely well worth a search if you're either considering grabbing some of those prints or you've got them in your stash and you want to know what they look like. So congratulations, guys. I'm absolutely delighted that you've won those. And don't panic, we've still got, what have we got? We've got more prizes next week, so I'm going to give away some more stuff from Amy next week and yarn to go with it. And then we are putting together a major prize pack We've got a yarn bowl, we'll have some yarn, I may even fire a pattern in there, but I'm also popping in there as well, if you didn't see this from last week, this is Antasia, which is the book from Anne Burke. Anne visited here with the Craft Cruise group week before last, and she left us some copies of her book, so we're going to give that away as well. So still plenty to get going on, so do make sure that if you've got your Hot 100 pattern, again, Hot 100 is a pattern as long as it uses 100 grams of yarn or less. Doesn't matter the format. We've had some weaving patterns popped up, crochet, knitting. Doesn't matter what the medium is, as long as it takes 100 grams and less. You make sure you get it posted on the Speakeasy and or Ravelry if you're not a Facebook user, but you're watching me on Facebook, so I'm assuming you're a Facebook user. And yeah, you'll go in the draw for that. So that's what's happening with the Speakeasy. Now what else has been happening? Now that's the other thing that happened. I did this quickly before I left last week. I put these out on Monday. Some of you may have noticed some new yarns that have come in from the importers clearance. Now I do need to apologise because I did create some confusion. I'm good at that. Confusion's my middle name, chaos. I created some confusion because I said that the yarn's New Zealand grown, New Zealand made, but from our importer. So both are correct. We didn't make the yarns. They are made, however, both grown and made in New Zealand, but they I call the distributor we get this from our favourite importer because the large majority of yarns that we source from this distributor have actually been imported. These particular ones just happen not to have been imported. So that's my bad. But anyway, they're beautiful. Absolutely beautiful, and I'm going to show these to you because if you haven't had a chance to snap them up, they really, really are quite lovely. And the first is this little trio here. Look at those. Aren't they gorgeous? Absolutely gorgeous. So this is Harmony Merino. And some of you guys may remember the Harmony Merino that we had last year. Same clearance, and it's a woolen spun single roving merino, and it's done in such a way that it is actually quite a smooth woolen spun. So sometimes these single rovings can get a bit fluffy, whereas this is actually, because it is woolen spun, it's sort of almost semi-felted in a way. I just adore these absolutely beautiful natural colours, especially this one here, and I'm going to pop it up because my camera's not too bad. There we go. Can you see that? There is actually a little bit of heathering in there, and they're just absolutely stunning. Now these are Templi Merinos. However, to be honest with you, they're 106 metres per 50 gram hank, and doing a little bit of testing on these, yes, you can knit them to a 10 ply, absolutely no problem whatsoever. To be honest with you, I swatched these actually on a DK. I like them as a DK. I like them better as a DK. You get a really nice smooth fabric with a really good cover factor, and it also helps with the strength of a woolen spun yarn. Oh, here we go, Robin, all the best. Oh, now there you go. Look at this. Robin has just posted up in the comments, and you can read her full comment, but she has knitted a lot of those garments for the Yarny Army charity. Look at that. She is, well, see, I'm even more pleased now that Denise popped up on one. Thanks for letting me know that, Robin. That's brilliant. So as I said, that's over in the Speakeasy. Anywho, back to this. Yeah, I like the density in it when it was knitted as a DK. If you're going to do like a beautiful natural style jumper, but the other nice with this being a bit smoother, this will give you nice cables that will pop. Really lovely with textured stitching, great for Guernseys, great for errands, and even though that looks, you know, natural like that, I can tell you that this is lovely and soft. Really lovely and soft, so kids would be able to cope with these absolutely no problem whatsoever. So I'm really delighted to have these. We still do have some, quite a few of you snapped this up last week, but we do definitely have these in stock. And I'm not very organised this morning, am I? Look at this. Let me get myself organised over here. It's been one of those days today, I tell you. Is it snowing at your place? Is anyone on where it's snowing? because I saw it was snowing down south this morning. Good grief. There we go. $5.95 a hank for these, which for merino, 100% merino, is crazy good buy. So that is the Harmony. So that is up and on there. It's just started raining here, so I think we're in for the icky weather as well. And you know what? If you've got some icky weather, sometimes you need to have something a bit warm and fuzzy. And the other thing I posted up was the Amuri, and you would have seen that sort of in the tree type thing that I posted up. And the Amuri, for those who have not bought it, is also woolen spun yarn. And it is 25% possum, 75% merino. And look at this, you can actually even look at that, you can see the possum there, so much possum. Oh, there we go. Diana said in Winton it is not snowing but very, very cold. Ugh, ick. There you go, look at that possum. This will be perfect for you down there, Diana. It would. So this is a Muri. Really excited to have this yarn, because it is a very possum dense yarn. It is 25% possum, there's loads of possum content in there. It's lovely and soft, nice and light. Usually this yarn is, you know, $25 plus. We've picked up a variety of it in both DK and full ply. Sorry, I'm just pulling out some colours to show you. Look at that beautiful, this is called Sand. Now what I love about this is the meterage is fantastic. 240 metres, 240 metres per hank, so there's really good meterage on that. You can knit that as a full ply or fingerling weight, absolutely no problem whatsoever. If you are still looking for something very special to knit a floozy cardigan in, I mean, look at that. Is that not perfect? Absolutely lovely. Or even that. Lovely. Or even that. Oh, absolutely beautiful. So we've got a number of full plies, and then we've also got a few DKs as well. I love this yarn. I love it because it is it's a real classic New Zealand yarn. As I said, New Zealand grown and New Zealand made. If you're buying yarn to send overseas as gifts, this stuff is absolutely perfect. And it is just so luxurious and so absolutely gorgeous. And again, we have now got this in the importer's clearance page for $14.95 a hank. So it really is incredible, incredible value for a high possum content yarn. And the one thing that I have done this morning is I've been digging around patterns to show you that you can have a look at for different yarns with the Amuri. And our lovely Libby has just gone and posted this. This went live, I think, just 10 days ago. That's called Rebel Rebel. And like anything Libby does, it is just fantastic. But again, what I do love about this is it's that beautiful, simple styling, which is incredibly wearable. And there is enough little technical challenges in there just to keep, as she said, from adventurous knitter through to experienced knitter can knit this. It uses a 4-ply or fingering based yarn. I've done a few calculations because she's done it from a 30 to 58 inch chest, which is 76 to 147 centimetres, which is brilliant, because that is, I mean, that will cover me no problem whatsoever. Like, in fact, I would probably knit that to a 45 inch. And it's designed as a lighter draping piece, so something that you pop over your shoulders in the evening when things get cooler, or you need something first thing in the morning. It is a really, really perfect, you know, the in-between season piece and cardigan to have. So I did a few calculations for everybody. And for the smallest through the biggest size, if you were to do it in the Amuri, for example, Amuri or Lumiere, silver lining Lumiere, you'd need 5 to 8 balls / skeins. And if you were to do it in a standard 4-ply weight, which has got slightly less meterage than those guys, you would need 7 to 11 balls. So if you've got sock metition, for example, in your stash, or if you've got merino soft or heritage organic merino or outlaw sport or any of those, 7 to 11 balls is all you would need. So I mean, to be honest with you, I mean 11 is the absolute biggest size, so it's a cardigan for sub sub packet of a packet of yarn, and on the Lumiere, which of course is, oh, there's one I prepared earlier. She dives into drawers. This one here, that's the 5 mile bush. Lumiere is 227 metres per ball, and that is still on special at the moment in a spring fling at $5.95. So if you want to pick up some Lumiere for that Rebel cardigan, we'll see at $5.95. She gets her calculator out. So you could, if you're in the smallest size, you're knitting that cardigan for $30. Amazing, absolutely amazing value. So totally in love with that. In fact, that is one of my contenders. Let me know about this. That's very, very hot and high on my contender for our summer project. Is that Rebel cardigan? So I've got that on the narrow down list of what we can work on. I tell you what I am after is a crochet pattern. I think I mentioned this last time. If you've got or you know of a crocheted pattern, whether it be a top cardigan or even a large sort of format shawl or something that is more garment worthy or that we can use, if you've got a pattern that you reckon I should take a look at, please make sure you let me know, or let me know in the comments, because I'd like to also have a crochet pattern available for everybody to work on as well across December. So where was I? Yes, Lumiere, $5.95. What else has been happening? Let's consult the list, shall we? Done that. Ah! Did anyone see my little boxy video this morning? I popped up a wee boxy video this morning. Urban has been out of stock. We cleared the last of the Urban pretty much at sale in March. And the reason for that is that we're completely revamping Urban. And we've gone and moved it from, it's always been a yarn that has been machine washable, but it's had a machine washable treatment as opposed to shrink treated fibre. And we just wanted to really improve it because it is such a great yarn, and having a everyday good value DK machine washable yarn in a range I think is really, really important. So yeah, Urban just needed a little bit of TLC and a bit of love and a bit of excitement and a bit of revamping. So fingers crossed, I've just got 2 more colours to come through. Next week I'll be able to get all of those up and we'll be able to relaunch Urban Deluxe. Did a sneaky little peek video of the Leafy Mint. We have got pretty much, I think there's 13 colours total. So essentially it's been the 8 or 9 very best sellers in the range previously, and we've added a few new ones. So I've been a bit sneaky because I've actually found some of the new ones out in the mill. So the first one I'm going to show you is this one here, which is called Sapphire, which is very similar. You remember the electric blue, which I did my Miss Jane cardigan in the last of the Miss Jane cardigans last summer. Well, this is just replacing electric blue. It's just a more intense indigo blue, which works so incredibly well on this base. Really delighted with it. Look at that. Isn't that just so beautiful? So that's going to be called Sapphire. And then the other 2 colours, and I mean this is me so loving to match my yarn. This is Azure, and it doesn't actually, it's a pity on that camera. So this replaces Aqua. So remember the Aqua blue that we had? Well, this is just a little bit deeper and a little bit richer, so it's heading more towards that turquoise. It is absolutely, absolutely stunning. And this guy is replacing Apple, and it's called Meadow, and it's that really deep Tahitian citrusy lime. And so when you put them all together, absolutely gorge. The colour saturation on this is just amazing, and it is really, really, really soft. It's 100% wool. This is going to be incredible value. It will be a yarn that if you need to knit any project for anything, particularly kids, and you need to be watching pennies, this is going to be a great yarn to have, and it will perform really, really well. Nice, smooth, shrink-treated fibre, good 3-fold twist. Now, I can't wait for that to come through. So that'll be hopefully next week. Exciting! And then last but not least, dare I say it, C word, Christmas. That's all coming up. Yeah, it's going to be here before we know it. Just as a reminder, many are planning ahead for Christmas. So remember, we've got all these yarns that make great gifts. We also have gift vouchers in the search bar on the website. If you just type in the word voucher, it'll show you the different options that we got for gift vouchers. If you want a very specific amount for a gift voucher, just contact us and we can do that as well. No problem whatsoever. And we have also got, and it's a pity because it reverses everything out on this camera, but the Granny McFlutter Champion Knitter finalist in the book awards this year. We have got oodles of these. We've just restocked these, so we've got oodles of these in stock. So if you are looking for a wonderful gift for a wee person in your life, we do have those Granny McFlutter books, and I think they're $19.95 from memory, which is a pretty good price. But that's me, I think. Gosh, I've rambled on forever. So again, just a wee reminder, if you've got a crocheted pattern, that if you're a hooker out there, that you can suggest for me for the big project that we will do over December, January, please let me know. But in the meantime, don't forget that that Silver Lining is on sale just to the end of the month for $5.95. And yeah, check out everything else that we sort of got going in the importers clearance. Oh, that beautiful harmony, that delicious amuri, and yeah, hopefully it's not too, this weather isn't too ick at your place. In the meantime, I might talk to you again later in the week, but failing that, I'll talk to you again with new yarns next week. Bye.